Hey, what's up, family? We back on some One Piece Bounty Rush, and today I wanna discuss the weaknesses of all the meta EXs or the meta extreme legendaries, however you wanna call it. These units actually have major disadvantages that people don't often know about, so I'm gonna just crack into it. To begin our first entry, the most toxic EX in the meta right now, Nusjuro. Now, Nusjuro's character is actually full of holes that everybody can exploit. And in case you didn't know, his M1s, particularly the transformed M1s or the speedy M1s, they're only good for mobility and for enemies that don't have any form of like invincibility. Because they have incredibly long end lag, I think it's like 3 seconds to actually use the M1 again. I guess it's to prevent you from just blitzing all over the map, but because of that you can't really stop runners like King. So you have to like disable the speed state to actually do the 3 hits necessary, because if you literally wait to actually do them manually, you're gonna run out of time. Some might argue that his next major flaw is no multi-hit, but I believe that his actual major flaw is that he has 0 knockback nullification, like dead ass none. The second entry of the meta EXs that I have is actually Garp. This guy has been moving really good in the meta and he hasn't really been falling out a lot. And I'm actually really happy for that, because Garp used to be a broken menace back in the day. But right now, his biggest problem are units with 1 HP and units that take his stacks. But for traits, trait-wise, because this video is mainly talking about your traits, his biggest weaknesses are units with incredibly high defense and also units that have the 1 HP trait. If they have any of those two, Garp is going to struggle, like straight up, because he doesn't nullify defense or ignore defense, and he does not ignore 1 HP. So if you're somebody like Law, you're basically unkillable if Garp actually tries to kill you, because he can't really nullify the 1 HP. Really sad how Bandai did that to this poor man. Next up, I actually got Gear 5. Gear 5 is one of my favorite units in Opbr, and I would have to say that his biggest weaknesses are units with survivability traits and units that take his buffs, like attack buffs and so on, because that's what makes his giant farm so good. So you have to avoid Nusjuro skill 1, because he actually takes it and inverts it, and stuff like that really messes over Gear 5. But otherwise, if there's no survivability traits and nobody that takes his stacks or inverts them, he'll be fine. Like if he gets a attack debuff while he's in the giant form, it's wraps. You're not taking any hits. That's basically the equivalent of having like 50% of your defense taken. But yeah, great unit, literally broken, but they literally designed the units these days to directly counter this poor man, and it's genuinely sad. Next up, I actually have Dark Roger. Dark Roger. This name brings back memories of how broken this man was when he just got dropped. Sorry for the voice cracks, by the way. This man, right now his biggest problems is not having any status nullification if he's not on the enemy flag. That's literally the only time this man actually has it, or when he's above 90% HP. And that just ain't gonna cut it. That's what cripples this man, and the inability to actually have a lot of defense. He needs more defense and defense stacks. So give him defense and defense stacks, so he isn't just getting one tapped by units like Kubo and Garp. But yeah, otherwise amazing runner. His biggest problems are status nullification and defense. Next up, Kaido. Kaido is actually a really recent buff, and for a recent buff, this unit is full of holes. Like, he has a bunch of problems. I don't even know where to start. First off, he does not nullify down, which is really weird. How do you have nullify knockback but not nullify down? And it's not like he has anything to make up for it, like Fujitora. It's just confusing, and his damage output is just so lackluster compared to how broken he used to be when he first dropped with damage. He actually was more of an attacker than a runner, but now they made him a pure runner, so he can't really fight back, and he's incredibly squishy as well. I don't know how they managed to make him that squishy, but yeah, squishiness, really poor attacking performance, yeah, pretty much everything, dog. Next up, I actually have, well, semi-recent buff, LightBeard. LightBeard has no really major flaws. He has basically everything that a defender could ever actually desire, but his biggest problem is the inability to completely nullify status effects, and a complete lack of genuine attack output. Like, I get that killing enemies is the job of the attacker, but if this man is stuck alone with a bunch of dudes that aren't runners, specifically squishy runners like Law, he's gonna get murked eventually because he has no attack output to actually kill them, and it's crazy. Next up, Blackbeard, the squishiest man alive. Okay, jokes aside, this man is fragile. I made a meme on this dude calling him fragile, and I'm not joking. I am not underestimating him or anything of the sort. He is genuinely one of the most fragile attackers to ever be released. So he has to hide in his wall 24/7. So units with like go through wall skills are his biggest weakness because of his squishiness. And his counter is buns, man. Like, I feel like I could do like 4 laps around the map and kill like 2 units, come back, and he's still not done with the counter animation. I don't know what Bandai was thinking when they made his counter that slow. Like, come on, bro. Next up, I actually have Nusjuro. Nusjuro is actually a pretty... He's an amazing defender. I think what he lacks is obstacles, but he's not really an obstacle defender. But obstacles would have been able to protect him from units like Garp and Kubo if he actually had them. But outside of that, I think he relies too much on HP cut as well. So if you can't really apply that, he's screwed. He also struggles really badly against runners with specs like S-Shark or King. So he needs some multi-hits as well. Next up, I actually have Kizaru, and this unit I despise. I absolutely disgust this unit. He has 0 weaknesses. I'm straight up. He has no weaknesses. If you want to counter this man, you have to counter him directly. You need 3 traits all in one to actually fully counter this man. Damage reduction, taking his stacks, and healing. If all 3 aren't present, that's not a full Kizaru counter, and Kizaru is still going to murder them. He has to have all 3 present. The unit that counters him has to have all 3, or this man is just straight up gonna murder you either way. His damage output is just that high, and I'm not glazing. Next up on the list, I actually have Law. Law. His biggest weakness by far is the inability to completely nullify status effects. If he had that, he would instantly become the best runner in the game, like no diff. But he actually has another weakness, and I believe that he's a bit too squishy. And on top of that, I believe that he should also stick to the flag. Because he doesn't stick to the flag, as in he doesn't nullify knockback, Law would have been such an amazing unit if he had nullify knockback, along with the status nullification. Those 2 things really mess him up, and it's really weird, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say. This is such an amazing unit, but poor execution. And now for the final entry in my weakness videos, it's the latest buffed attacker, Luffy. EX Luffy, of course. This man has little to no weaknesses, but I believe that his biggest weakness is the incredibly slow transitional timings and cooldowns for his skills. Like, I don't know why he wasn't made into a click to hold turn type of character. Cause if he was that kind of character, he would not have all these weaknesses. If they changed him to be like that instead of with the smoke stuff, he would have close to no weaknesses, yeah, and he would be broken. But thanks for tuning in, y'all. That's about all. God bless you all. Peace out. And much love to all of you. I just want you to know that I appreciate y'all watching everything that I post.